I have already started recording our session for this afternoon. So allow TIS and allow Teacher Jermaine to do the recording this afternoon. So again, today is Monday. Today is Monday and very good. I already have 16 participants this afternoon. So I hope everybody is ready for the discussion and I hope everybody is feeling good today. Okay, Catherine is already here, so that makes 17 of you present this afternoon. The only problem that I have now is that my throat is aching. I have a severe cough during the past days, but I hope it won't go worse today. Katrina is also here with us. So if you have your blue book with you, you can open it. You can have it with you. As far as I know, Teacher Jen and Teacher Samira have been teaching grammar with you, right? So I hope it will be easy for us this afternoon. So allow me to start sharing my screen. Can you already see my screen, kids?
Yes, Miss.
Thank you, Alfonso. Okay, last time we ended, and last meeting, during the discussion, I gave you an activity where I already recorded your scores. That is a 4-item activity. That is to identify the subject, and we're going also to identify the verb in the sentence. So moving forward, let's have now rule number 4. Okay, let's have now rule number 4. Because we are done with the other rules already. I would like to ask, okay, can I have Justin first to read rule number 4?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, could you please read rule number 4, Justin?
Okay. Any request or comment such as stop or walk quickly has the understood subject you, because if we ask who is to stop or walk quickly, the answer must be you.
Okay, thank you. I would also like to ask Shitya to read. Shitya,
Yes, Miss.
okay, please read also what is rule number 4.
Any request or comments such as stop or walk quickly has the understood subject you because it is
Come again, Shitya, come again. Any request? Come again, Shitya.
worthy has the understood subject you because if we ask who is to stop or walk quickly, the answer must be the
Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you, Shitya. One last. Can I have Inda?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, please read rule number 4.
Any request or comment such as stop or walk quickly has the understood subject you, because if we ask who is to stop or walk quickly, the answer must be you.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so there are already 3 of you who read rule number 4. By the way, were you able to discuss rule number 4 with Teacher Jen and Teacher Samira? Finish? Not yet.
It's finished, Miss.
Oh, it's finished. So it's okay. So I will just say it again, okay? Okay, so if you are finished discussing rule number 4, what does it mean? Okay. Since you have finished discussing it with teacher Samira and teacher Jen, what do we mean by rule number 4? Or what type of sentence is being highlighted in rule number 4? What type of sentence is being highlighted? We have request or command. What is the other term for request or command? What's the other term? What type of sentence? If we say request and command, it is
Imperative.
okay. That's very good, Alfonso. It is an imperative sentence. Okay, in the chat box, you have the correct spelling. Okay. We have imperative sentences. So what are imperatives? So these are requests or commands. Okay. Telling a person what you need to do or what you need to accomplish. Okay, Enda, what do we mean by request or command? What type of sentence is it, Enda? It is?
Imperative sentence.
Okay, very good. Tristan?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, if we say request and command, what type of sentence is that? It is request or command. What type of sentence? Inda just gave the answer. I also gave the answer in the chat box. How about Shipia? Request or command or what type of sentences?
What, Miss?
Request or command is what type of sentences? Or what type of sentence?
Imperative sense.
Very good. What's the spelling of imperative? What's the spelling of imperative? Shitya,
Yes, Miss.
how do you spell imperative?
Hmm.
So that means you haven't checked the chat box. Honey, how do we spell imperative, honey?
I am P A R A V I E.
Okay, say it. Imperative.
Imperative.
That's very good. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome, Miss.
Okay, aside from listening to teacher, I also want you to check the chat box. So if there are notes given, you can also write it down in your notebook so that you won't forget our lesson. I repeat, requests or commands are what we call imperative sentences. So, what is rule number 4 about? So, if you have any request or any command, it is understood that the subject is you. Okay. It is not completely or directly given to you, but take note if you have request or command, the subject is you or the doer of the action must be you. Example, if you say, okay, here is the example. You have here, please bring me some coffee. Please bring me some coffee. Okay, I think I need to make the text. Excuse me. Um, Okay, for example, you have this one. Please bring me some coffee. We are going to identify the verb. The verb is bring. But who will bring the coffee? Who is to do? Who will do the bringing? So it is understood that it is you. So you is the subject in the sentence. Although in that sentence you cannot read or you cannot see the word you, it is automatically understood that you is the subject in the sentence. Okay, I have here some examples. I still want you to check the chat box, okay, because I'll be putting the examples in the chat box. I have given the first example. Nicolas Shanturi, please read.
Read the sentence.
Yes.
Okay, miss. Please eat the vegetables.
Okay. Is there any subject given in the sentence? Is there any subject?
No.
No. But if I say, how about the next sentence, Nicolas? Please read.
Nicholas, please eat the vegetables.
Okay. If you have that sentence, Nicolas, do we have a subject?
Yes, miss.
Okay. And what's the subject in the sentence? It is
Nicholas.
Nicolas. But if we go back to the first one, please eat the vegetables. Is there any subject in the sentence?
No.
No. But since it is a request or command, it is understood that the subject is, what's the subject? So who will be eating the vegetables? It is understood that the subject is,
The other people.
okay, that how do you call the other people? It is,
You.
yes, it is you. Okay, thank you, Nicholas.
You're welcome, miss.
Okay, again, let's go back to the sentence that Nicholas answered. Please eat the vegetables. There is no name given, so there is no subject in the sentence. But since that sentence is a command, it is understood that the subject is you. Okay? It is understood that the subject is you. Okay, let's try another sentence. Can I have Catherine? Can I have Catherine? Is Catherine here?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Catherine, can you please read the new sentence that I gave in the chat box?
Yes, teacher. Catherine was the classes.
Oh, come again one more time.
Catherine washed the glasses.
Do you think there is a verb in the sentence? Is there a verb?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. What's the verb, Catherine?
The verb is was.
Very good. Our verb is wash. How about the subject? How about the subject? The subject is no.
The subject is Catherine.
Yeah, so Catherine will be the one to wash the glasses. But how about if we have this sentence or we have this command, Catherine?
Wash the glasses.
Okay. Could you please read now the next sentence?
Wash the dishes.
Okay, come again.
Wash the dishes.
Okay. It is a command or it is a request. Okay, so if it's a request or a command, it is understood that the subject is, if I say wash the dishes, who do you think is, or what do you think is the subject in the sentence? Who will do the washing of the dishes?
Nobody.
Okay, nobody, but who will be the one? It is understood that the subject in the sentence is, okay, since it is a command or a request, since it is a command or a request, it is understood that the subject, okay, that the subject in the sentence is you. Okay, here. Okay, thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome, teacher.
Okay, everybody, look at here. Look at here. Okay. It is understood that the subject is you. Okay, the pronoun you. It is understood that if it's a command or request, if there is no name given, but since it's a command or request, our subject is you. Okay, example here. Again, I'll be reading the example. Please bring me some coffee. Please bring me some coffee. If you are going to read it, there is no name that is given in the sentence. Okay, no one is given in the sentence. But just like what I said, it is a request, it is a command. So who will do the bringing? It is you. Okay, it is understood that the subject is you. Okay, again, it is understood that the subject is you. Let's have another example. Okay, I have a new sentence in the chat box. Okay, I have a new sentence in the chat box. Josephine, could you please read?
Okay, Miss. Can she get the books in the shelf?
Okay, very good. Claudie, could you please read also?
Yes, miss.
Yes?
1 second, Miss.
Chat box, Claudie.
Wait, Miss, wait. Which part, Miss?
This one.
Huh?
Please check the chat box.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
see it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss.
It's okay.
Can she get the books in the shelf?
Very good. Please read it again, Claudie. One more time.
Can she get the books in the shelf?
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Welcome, Miss.
Can I go back to Josephine? By the way, kids, if you are not cold, I am requesting everybody to please be attentive. Okay? Please be attentive. Okay, Josephine.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, please read again the sentence.
Can she get the books in the shelf?
Okay, what is the verb in the sentence, Josephine? What's the verb?
Get.
Very good. Who is the subject? Who
Can
will
she?
get the book? Yes. Kenshi will be the one to get the books in the shelf. How about if I have this? For a while. Josephine, I have a new sentence.
Okay, Miss. Get the books in the shelf.
Very good. Okay. Get the books in the shelf. With that sentence, there is no name. There's no name given. Okay, but it is understood that it's a request or command. So who's the subject? Who will get the books in the shelf?
You.
Yes, the subject is you. Very good. Take note, the subject is you. What's the spelling of you, Josephine? How do we spell you?
Y-U-O.
Uh, you interchange it again. It's Y-O.
Y-O-U.
Come again.
Y-O-U.
Very good. Thank you, Josephine.
You're welcome, Miss.
Okay, I will still give another example so that all of you can fully understand it. Please wait for my example. Can I ask Katrina to read the next sentence? Okay, Katrina is not yet opening her microphone. How about Aaron? Aaron? Okay. My voice is not clear. And can you hear me?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Aaron, can you hear me now?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, can you try to read the sentence in the chat box?
Pick up your shoes. Mariana,
Oh, very good. Read it again, Aaron, one more time.
pick up your shoes. Mariana,
Very good. What is the verb in the sentence? What's the verb in the sentence? What's the action word in the sentence, Aaron? The action word is
Maybe pick up.
yeah, very good. The action word is pick. So who will be the one to pick up the shoes, Aaron? Who will be the one to...
Mariana.
Yes, it is Mariana. So the subject is Mariana. The verb is pick. How about if we have the next sentence, Aaron? Check again the chat box. I have a new sentence.
Please pick up your shoes.
Okay, one more time, Aaron.
Please pick up your shoes.
Very good. Is there any name given, Aaron?
No, miss.
Okay, there is no name given, but it is understood that the subject is... What's the subject if it's a command or a request?
You.
Very good. And how do you spell you, Aaron? What's the spelling of you?
Y-O-U. Y-O-U.
You. Come again, come again.
Y-O-U.
Very good. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Thank you, miss.
Okay, teacher is amazed. Very, very good. Okay, so excuse me for a while. Okay, so much with rule number 4. Okay, I hope you understand now. You understood what's rule number 4 is. Okay, so if it is a request or it's a command, it is understood that our subject is the pronoun you, or it is understood that the subject is you. Okay, let's move now to the next rule, which is rule number 5. Rule number 5. So sentences often have more than one subject. Okay. So there are more than one subject. It can also have more than one verb or pairs of subjects and verbs. Okay, I have discussed this one to you before in our activity. A subject, a sentence can have more than one subject. It can also have more than one verb or pairs of subjects and verbs. Okay, let's read this example. Okay. Can I have Mark Aurelius to read the example first?
I like cake and he likes ice cream.
Okay, so we have two pairs of subjects. What are the subjects in the sentence? What's the first one?
I,
Very good. And the other one is?
he.
Very good. We also have two pairs of verbs. And what are the verbs here?
The verb is like.
Okay. The first one is like. For the second one is?
Likes.
Okay, likes. So two pairs of subjects and verbs. How about if we have two subjects? Okay, two subjects and one verb. Okay, two subjects and one verb.
Two subjects and one verb.
Okay, that's one. Okay, how about this one? Please read the example, Mark.
She lifts weight and jogs daily.
Okay, how many subjects do we have in that sentence?
Two, but I'm not sure. Oh, another one.
Read
She
it again.
and jogs.
Mm-hmm.
She and Jobs are subjects, right?
Is jog a subject, Mark?
It is a verb.
Yes, it's a verb. How about the subject? How many subjects do we have? Oh, tama na it's
We only have one subject, she.
Yes, very good. The only subject in the sentence is she. I'll be highlighting it with color pink. Very good. Our subject is she. How about the verb? How about the verb, Mark?
The verb, they are lift and jog.
Okay, our first verb is lifts. Okay, that's the first one. And our another one is we have jogs. So it's an example of a sentence having one subject and we have here two verbs. Okay, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'll stop sharing my screen first because I'll be sharing another one.
Ooh.
Nicolas, you're raising your hand, Nicolas.
Miss, the text before was kind of blurry. So I think the next one is gonna be blurry too, Miss.
What's blurry? Again, what?
The text is blurry. I can't read it.
The chat box is blurry?
No, the screen, share screen.
The share screen. Oh, is it blurry?
Yeah, the
I
screen
think
is blurry.
I know what is happening to blurry.
Is it also blurry in your part, Mark?
No, it's all fine.
Okay.
For me.
Me too. It's always fine.
It's fine with you?
Maybe Nicolas has a quality issue.
Oh, maybe.
Like that's why.
Okay, for a while I am typing sentences here.
There's nothing blurry at that SharePoint, by the way.
I am not yet sharing my screen, right?
I don't see the screen.
Yeah, I'll be sharing it now. Okay, I hope we can finish rule number 5 so that next meeting I can give you an what do you call that one? I can give you a test next meeting. Oh, excuse me. I have here another sentence. Can I have Alfonso now to read first?
You can see that.
Okay. Nicholas eats an apple and drinks milk.
Okay, can I also have Rihanna to read? Rihanna.
Yes, Miss. Nicholas eats an apple and drinks milk.
Very good. Can I have Shitya again to read?
Yes, Miss. Nicholas eats an apple and drinks.
Drinks. Okay, good. Can I go back to Alfonso?
Yes.
Could you please read it again?
Okay. Nicholas eats an apple and drinks milk.
How many subjects? How many do you think we have in the sentence?
One.
Okay, and what is the subject, Alfonso?
Nicholas.
Okay, we have Nicholas. How about the verbs?
2.
Yes, we have 2 verbs in here. Okay, so we have Nicholas as the subject. What are the verbs?
Eat and drink.
Okay. How many subjects do we have in the sentence?
One.
One. And how about the verbs, Nicola? How about the verbs, Alfonso?
Two.
There are two. Okay. If we say Nicolas, it is a singular subject. So what kind of verbs are this one? Eats and drinks. What kind of verbs are these? Are this singular verb or plural verb?
Plural verb.
Okay. Come again.
Plural verb.
Plural. Are these plural verbs? Eats and drinks?
Oh, singular verb.
Yes, these are singular verbs. Okay. Why is it in the singular form? Because our subject is only one. Okay. How about if we have this sentence? Okay, we have this sentence. Nicholas and Tristan eat an apple. What is the verb in the sentence, Alfonso? I mean, what's the subject first? The subject first.
Nicholas and Tristan.
Okay, if we say Nicholas and Tristan, is that singular or plural?
Plural.
Yes, that's plural. What is the verb now? What's the verb?
The verb is eat.
Okay. Why is it it? Teacher, if you'll be asking, why is it it, teacher? Why not it's?
Because the subject is already plural.
Very good. The subject is already plural. So that is why our verb should also be in plural form. Our verb should also be in plural form. So if you will say, oh, so teacher, verbs in the singular form ends in S. Because that's how you do it. Sometimes we also add ES. And for plural verb, it's the base, okay, usually it's the base form of the verb. Okay. Alfonso, so that your classmates can also learn from you. Our subject in the first sentence is Nicolas. The verbs here are eats and drinks. Why is it eats? Why is it with S? Alfonso, why is it with S? Drinks and eats?
Because Nicholas is a singular subject.
Very good. But for the second sentence, our subject now is Nicolas and Tristan. Why is the verb it? Why is it?
Because the subject is plural.
Okay, the subject is plural, Nicolas and Tristan. Okay, thank you, Alfonso.
You're welcome.
I will be giving another sentence. Mariana, can I ask you to read, Mariana?
Yes, miss. He fixes the fence and puts the weeds out in the garden.
Very good. Rasa, can I have you to read, Rasa?
Yes, miss. He finds the fence and pulls the weeds out in the garden.
Rasa, this is fixes. Come again, fixes.
Fixes.
Okay, read it again, Rasa.
Okay, miss. He fixes the fence and pulls the weeds out in the garden.
Okay, thank you. Can I have Noel now?
Yes, miss.
Okay, please read the sentence, Noel.
He fixes the fence and pulls the weeds out in the garden.
Okay. Do you think we have a subject in the sentence? Well,
Yes. Yes.
yes, exactly. What is the subject, or who is the subject in the sentence?
He.
Okay, he. Is this a noun or a pronoun? Okay, wait. Is it a noun or a pronoun? He.
Pronoun.
Yes, it's a pronoun. Is it a singular pronoun or a plural pronoun?
Singular.
It's a singular pronoun referring to a girl or a boy.
Boy.
It's a boy. Okay, so we have a singular subject. How about the verbs? How many verbs can you find in the sentence?
2.
Okay, what are those, Nicola, Noel?
Fixes and pulls.
Okay, fixes and pulls. Okay, fixes and pulls. So we have two verbs in the sentence. Okay, fixes and pulls are in the singular form. Why is it with s? Why is it ends with s? Why are those verbs end and s? Fixes, pulls. Noel.
Because the subject is singular.
Yes, because we only have singular. We only have a singular subject, which is he. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Noel. Okay. Who is A23? Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Miss.
A23, the one using the account A23. This is. Hello, good afternoon. Can I ask what's your name? Maybe he or she will be opening her microphone later. Okay, let's move. I'll be giving another example, okay? What you should put in mind is that your verb must always agree with your subject. So if your subject is singular, it must also be your verb must be singular. If it's plural, if you have a plural subject, of course, you'll be having a plural form of the verb. I will be constructing a sentence first. Um, I already discussed this one to you in the previous semesters about the correct use of verb in the sentence. Okay, let's identify first what's the correct verb to be used in here. Okay, I'll be asking a few of you first to read. Catherine, could you please read the sentence? Just read first.
Okay, teacher. Cloudy and Ilda watches movie together.
Very good. I would also like to ask Mariana to read. Mariana.
Cloudy and Inda watches movie together.
Very good. How about Rihanna this time? Rihanna. Rihanna.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Please read. Just read only.
Okay. Claudia and Indah watches movie together.
Very good. Okay. I would like to ask any one of you, please raise your hand if you want to answer. What should be? Do not say the answer, okay? I want you to raise your hand. Okay, then tell me what's the correct answer. Let me check. Who wants to give the correct answer? I hope I can see who are raising their hands. Okay. Can I ask Mariana to give me the correct answer? You're raising your hand, Mariana.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, what's the answer?
Claudie and Indah watch movie together.
Very good. The correct form, okay, the correct form of the verb is Claudie and Indah watch movie together. Very good. What's the subject in the sentence, Mariana?
Claudie and Indah.
Very good. Claudie and Indah is a singular or a plural subject?
Plural.
Yes, it's plural. Why do you say it's a plural subject?
Because it's two persons.
Very good, because there are two persons involved. Claudie, one, Indah, two. So it is plural. How about the verb? What's the verb?
Watch.
It is watch. Is it in a singular form or plural form?
Plural.
Very good, because the subject is plural, of course, the verb is also plural. Okay? That's very good. Thank you, Mariana.
You're welcome, Miss.
I want you to see the difference in here. Every copy is, but what if I only have here? Excuse me. Everybody look at my screen and I want you to see the difference. The first one is Claudie and Indah watch movie together. Two subjects, Claudie and Indah. I mean, it's a, yeah, two subjects, plural, plural, plural subject. So the verb is watch. But if you have this sentence in here, Claudie watches a movie. Our subject is Claudie. Our verb is watches. Claudie is a singular subject, so the verb is also a singular verb. Okay? I hope you take note of that one. You take note of that one. Next meeting, I'll be giving you a quiz. Okay, we still have time. We still have time. I'll be giving another sentence, and you're going to tell me the correct verb to be.
The Miss is not blurry anymore and not on my screen.
Call not just a quality when it's blurred. When it's blurred, it's just a quality issue. No one can see the blur.
It's blurred. It's blurred in your end, Mark.
Nope. It is completely clear since the presentation started.
Okay, I can see in here that there are 4 participants who raised their hand, but I'll be asking participants first to read. Can I ask Honey first to read? Honey, please read, Honey. Just read first.
Mark reads a book while Sundara and Tristan plays outside.
Okay, Devin, please read also, Devin.
Mark reads a book while Sundara and Tristan plays outside.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Honey.
You're welcome.
Okay, can I ask Nicholas this time? Nicholas?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay. Read again. Read again. Please read the sentence, Nicholas.
With the answer or just without the answer?
Without the answer first. Without.
Mark reads a book while Sundara and Tristan plays outside.
Very good. Let's focus first on the first thought, independent clause in the sentence. Okay, we have here Mark. What should be the correct verb? Is it read or reads? What should be the first verb?
Read.
Come again?
Read.
With S?
Yes.
Yes. How about this one? Sundara and Tristan plays outside.
Play.
Okay, you have here
Play.
play. Okay, that's good. Please read now with the correct answer, Nicholas.
Mark reads a book while Sundara and Tristan play outside.
Very good. Why is the answer reads here, Nicholas? Why is it read?
Because Mark is only singular.
Very good. How about here? Why is it play?
Because Sundara and Tristan is plural.
Is plural. Very, very good. Okay. Claps for you. Thank you, Nicholas. Yeah. Josephine is also doing a thumbs up. Josephine, can I ask you to read this one with the correct answer? Okay, sorry. Josephine.
Yes, miss.
Okay, can I have you please read the sentence with the correct answer?
Okay, miss. Mark reads a book while Sundara and Tristan plays outside.
Okay, now with the correct answer, Josephine, with the correct answer.
Mark reads a book while Sundara and Tristan play outside.
Okay, why is the verb reads here? Why is it reads? Josephine?
Because Mark is singular.
Yes, Mark is singular. How about the next one? Why is it play?
Because Sundara and Tristan is plural.
Okay, it's a plural subject. Very. Thank you, Josephine.
You're welcome, miss.
Alfonso, why are you sad, Alfonso? Why are
Nothing.
okay? I'll be writing another sentence. Oh, it's almost time. Okay, but let's have one last sentence before we end. Okay, let's have this sentence. Can I have Catherine to please read? Catherine, just read first, Catherine.
Noel is a good boy. He likes to play basketball.
Very good. Inda, please read also, Inda.
Noel is a good boy. He likes to play basketball.
Very good. Aaron, please read, Aaron.
Noel is a good boy. He likes to play basketball.
Very good. Last, Kenshi, please read, Kenshi. Kenshi. Please read, Kenshi. Okay. Okay, can I ask Shanasa to read it? Shanasa. Shanasa. Okay.
He likes to play basketball.
Okay, very good. The audio is quite soft. Okay, Alfonso, can I have you to please read and give the correct answer?
Okay. With the correct answer, right?
Yes.
Noel is a good boy and he likes to play basketball.
We don't have and here. No and.
Oh.
Okay, again.
Noel is a good boy. He likes to play basketball.
Okay, very good. What's the subject in the sentence, Alfonso? And everybody
Noel.
it is Noel. Singular or plural?
Singular.
Okay, if we say is and if we say likes, is that a singular verb?
Singular, yes.
Yes, it is also a singular verb. Okay, thank you, Alfonso. Okay, it's already 6 p.m. and Teacher Michelle is already here. Okay, so thank you everybody for being with me. Please take note of everything that we have discussed this time because next meeting I'll be giving a test, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.